Hello kids! Today we are going to learn about ecosystems. Do you know what an ecosystem is? Well, an ecosystem is a community of plants and animals that live, feed, reproduce and interact in the same area or environment. There are many different types of ecosystems. They include terrestrial and aquatic ecosystems. Terrestrial ecosystems include forests, tundra, and desert. Aquatic ecosystems include oceans, rivers, ponds, and lakes. Trinidad and Tobago are islands, and because of this, we have many beaches surrounding us. Did you know that a beach is an ecosystem? Yes, a beach is an ecosystem because it is a part of the ocean.
What can you find on the beach? Sand and water, right? There are crabs which live in the sand. Some turtles also lay their eggs in the sand, like the latterback turtle. In the water, there are many different types of fishes, as well as starfish, jellyfish, stingrays, and even seaweed. These organisms make up the beach ecosystem. Mangroves can also be found near or on the beach. One example is the mangrove found in the Caroni swamp. Can you name one population that lives in the Caroni swamp? Yes, the scarlet ibis lives in the Caroni swamp. These birds are very important because the scarlet ibis is our national bird.
Within the ecosystem, there are organisms which help to create a food chain. A food chain shows how each living thing gets food and how nutrients and energy are passed from creature to creature. Within a food chain, energy is transferred from one organism to another. Producers begin the food chain and are called producers because they make their own food. Plants are producers. They use energy from the sun and water and nutrients from the soil to make food. Consumers are next in the food chain, and they can either be a herbivore, carnivore, or omnivore. A herbivore eats only plants, like a caterpillar. A carnivore only eats other animals, like a hawk. An omnivore eats both plants and animals. Humans are omnivores. Decomposers are last on the food chain and they break down dead plants and animals and return these nutrients into the soil. These include fungi like mushrooms and bacteria.
Did you know that we can influence ecosystems and food chains both in a good way and in a bad way? Well, we can. When we throw our garbage onto the beach, it can get into the water. If a fish or turtle tries to eat it, they can be hurt or die. For example, there is a certain turtle which eats jellyfish. If clear plastic gets into the water, the turtle might think that it is a jellyfish and try to eat it. When this happens, the turtle can become entangled in it or choke on it and die. This is very bad. Garbage can also clog rivers and cause flooding. If there are people living near the river, this can be bad for them because their home may be damaged. Other types of pollution include oil spills and waste from factories, which can get into the water and poison the fish. If we eat the fish, we can become very sick. Another problem is overfishing. If we take too many fishes from the sea, then other animals will not get food and they may die. This destroys the food chain. Burning down forests and trees can badly affect ecosystems also. Animals that live there would be forced to find a new home and both the food chain and ecosystem will be destroyed. We can affect ecosystems in a good way too. If we throw our garbage in the bin and do not litter, then we will not harm any animals or clog rivers. For trees that are destroyed in bushfires, we could replant them. When fishing, we should only take the fish we need and leave the rest. If we catch any baby fishes, we should let them go in order to grow so that they could become part of the food chain. Remember that other animals eat fish to survive.
We should always remember that ecosystems are very important.
We should try to take care of them, not destroy them.
We are part of a larger food chain, but this does not mean that we can interfere with it.
Both ecosystems and food chains should be left to grow and develop because they are important for the survival of all living things.